Hi, this is Mr. H. I want to thank the Hot 120 Degree staff for inviting me out to talk about the hot topics. I just wanted to come to y'all this morning because it seems like the coronavirus is just getting real for some people. There's been a lot of discussion about the coronavirus. There's been a lot of discussion about how it impacts people, who's getting affected. I even put a podcast out there about its impact on black people and whether black people are being affected by the disease or not, and should black people be afraid. That's a podcast that you should check out. But today is getting real because it has affected the NBA. Rudy Gobert, it's an NBA player. He plays on the Utah Jazz, I believe. And if you don't know anything about him, within the last 48 hours, he was when the NBA had gave the media some protocol to follow in sight of the coronavirus pandemic. Um, they told news reporters that they weren't allowed in the locker room, but also that they had to keep their distance from the players. Well, he jokingly touched a few microphones and touched it to a few of the surfaces of the recorders that the news reporters were using during a pregame uh, press conference. He was joking. Within 24 hours later, he was diagnosed of having the coronavirus. Now, this is interesting on many levels. Okay, many levels. Rudy Gobert uh, could be the first black person that has a public face that has been infected with the virus. Now, that's not 100% because he's not 100% black. What I mean by that is his father is black, his mother is white. Okay, and that's his mother in the picture. And he grew up with his mother, uh, I believe, in Italy, and her name is Corrine, if I'm not mistaken. If the research is right, her name is Corrine. So therefore, he has some black blood in him, some European blood. The message out on the street is that black people are not being impacted by the virus because of the strong antibodies that they already have due to their biological makeup. That's the word on the street. So on many levels, he could be the first black person, public face, that has gotten this disease. I wouldn't say that 100% because he's not totally black. He's mixed. Okay. Until it's March the 12th, and there has not been a reported case of a person that has a black mom, black dad having this virus as of yet. Not saying that that don't exist, but as of yet, it hasn't been a reported case outside of Rudy Gobert. Now, the reason why this is historical, okay, is because it's impacting the NBA. Again, never in the history of the NBA have they suspended their season due to a virus outbreak. So this man has made history. He would go down in the history books, not that he would want to, but he would go down in the history book as the first person that caused the NBA to suspend their season. So now, as a result of that, we got to sit and wait to see who will be the championship and who's going to be the MVP this season, thanks to Rudy Gobert. Now, where did he contact or get infected with the disease? Nobody knows. He has relatives from France. If you've been studying Italy, they have shut France down. They have a high level of warning over there, and because of the pandemic, okay, they have shut France down, which means a lot of Italy right now is like a ghost place, a ghost place. Okay, and therefore, we don't know if it's one of his relatives that came over from France. Is it one of his mom's relatives? Is it friends of his? Or did he get it from somebody in the United States? I know that the NBA are going to try to track down everybody that he has come in contact with and try to quarantine them and test them for the virus, which means they have to test the last 5 teams that he played, I guess, over the last 14 days. This is historical because this has never happened in the history of the NBA. So let's give, we can give Rudy 2 claps for making history. Um, and this is interesting because if this happens for the NBA, is it going to happen for college basketball? Is it going to happen for high school basketball? Is it going to happen for all the sporting events? I mean, this is a historical moment. Even in this moment, you know, and that's another podcast. But Trump has suspended air flights from Europe to America for 30 days. This is real. He didn't suspend flights from Africa though. I'm just getting to that point. I haven't seen a case reported on a black person yet since this virus has broken out. And we know 2 cases in South Africa, 2 in Nigeria, 2 in Tunisia, uh, uh, 2 in Morocco. No deaths there, and they have not shown documentation whether those people were foreigners or natives from that land. And even in that, those countries also have European descendants in there as well. So it's just no documentation that a black person has been infected by this disease yet, at least in the United States. Um, so we can salute Rudy Gobert for being the first person to cause the NBA to suspend their season. He has made history. So, um, again, my name is Jim Appel, Mr. H. Just use my French a little bit. And I just want to thank Hot 120 staff for bringing me out. And we give salute to Rudy Gobert for ending our season prematurely. What he thought was a joke actually turned out to be the real thing. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so we can notify you every time we post new content. Be blessed. In the light of coronavirus, continue to wash your hands and continue to wash your face. And don't put your fingers in your mouth, in your nose, in your eyes or your ears. Those are the gateways in which the virus goes into the body. Be diligent, be alert, and be prosperous. And don't be afraid. Peace.